Hello and welcome to the Quartz project. So hello, welcome to the Quartz project, a brand new project for us this morning. It's Bank Holiday Monday and we're only going to be here for 5 days. It's only a short project, this one. Nice and simple, nice and easy. It's going to look unbelievable when we're finished. At the moment, obviously it looks old, it looks tired, much needed of a refresh. So that's why we're here, and yeah, I'll walk you around the job, let you know exactly what's going on. As you can see, it's just old and tired at the moment. Old, like council flags. We've got a new manhole to recess system going in here. This gravel strip is going. The customer doesn't want that gravel strip anymore, so we're having, and I'll put it on the screen now, a beautiful quartz white porcelain. It's going to look absolutely, it's like an off-white, like a yellowy off-white. It's going to look absolutely superb once it's in. We've got the concrete fibre, which we're going to use on this job, which I'm excited for. And I've invested in a brand new porcelain wet saw, which is an absolute beast of a thing. So can't wait to get started on cuts, which is something that we never usually say because cuts are a nightmare, but not on this job and not for the rest of the job. So can't wait for that. So yeah, so pretty much as you see it, we're having porcelain all the way here. I think it comes out roughly one more anyway, because the porcelain is obviously bigger. We're going to porcelain around this area. We're having sleepers, which are here. Some nice brown sleepers. They're going in at the front. So in line with the porcelain, and then in line with the porcelain at the back. This shed has obviously been moved from that position. So as we come down, the pathway flows nicely down to the bottom of the garden. It cuts all the way into the side of the fencing. And then at this area, we're going to have porcelain all the way down, like it's square with that patio, and then shed on this side, and then a nice little like seating area, because when the sun comes around, the customer said this would be a nice place to sit in the mornings and have a brew. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll get cracking. We need to get all these out now. Easily only going to take these. We need to cut out the areas of where the grass is going. And then, yeah, we've got our MOT out the front, which is going to come in today. So the idea today is just prep work. And next, it's bank holiday, we can't get any deliveries. Give you a little morning update from Harry, see if he wants to say anything.
Ready to go.
He's waiting for me to stop making content. He's freezing. It is pretty cold this morning, to be fair. So yeah, that's it. Straight into the build, laps. Well, that's it for today. I think we're both pretty spent. I'm pretty knackered now. I twinged me back riding on the weekend and I'm in a lot of pain. So it is what it is. We've got 2 ton of soil ready to go to Easy Lawn. They'll take those bags, so when they bring the concrete in the morning, well, they won't be here early in the morning, but they'll be here at some point. So they're going to take them and put the fibre concrete here, and then I'll show you where we're up to. So we've cut these 2 flags, so they're going to go in here, which is going to be those, and then that is obviously porcelain. We're pretty good here for stone. We just need a little bit of stone in there. We've got that path pretty much ready. A little bit of stone, and then it was this area really that took it out of us. Obviously all that soil had to be put into them bags, and then we can't get through this gate with a barrow, so it's had to be carted all the way around the house. So Harry's been flying around with barrows. I've been digging it, but my back can't take much more. So that's it for today. So it's going to be full on all week as it always is. I'll be recovered by morning, 100%. So yeah, we're going to pack up now and we'll see you in the morning. We're going to try and make the most of the rest of the day because it's a beautiful day. So yeah, see you in the morning. Morning. It's Wednesday on the Quartz project, and yesterday we didn't make as much progress as we wanted to. My back is still pretty sore, and I just couldn't work yesterday. It was just too bad. It was unfortunate because we had such great weather, but we've got such great weather for the rest of the week that we can make up that time. So Harry stayed and has done, the rest of the stone is all in now and whacked. He started digging out for the sleepers, so we're going to get those in this morning. Adam's here dropping off our concrete, which has just arrived now. Adam from Easy Lawn. Here it is. So I cannot wait to use that. That'll be going in very, very shortly indeed. If we go around the back, the porcelain has arrived. Let's have a quick look. This is all prepped as well. So we've got all that prepped, all that. And then this is the quartz white. There it is. It's got like a yellowy tinge to it. It's got a rough face. And that's what it looks like. The Quartz project. So yeah, busy day. This is going now. Adam's just reversing in here just to pick the rest of this stone up that we don't need. It's the already new. I've kept a barrow just in case. That soil we've obviously kept going in behind the sleepers. So yeah, in the next couple of hours I'm going to get the wet saw set up and we're going to start laying. So I cannot wait. So yeah, let's crack on. Right then, we're finally ready to start laying. The porcelain is round. Well, we've got a few round. We're going to start over here. Now, I'll show you what's been done first and then I'll explain. So we've set up the brand new F1 Montalit. Absolute beast of a wet saw. So yeah, which you will have just seen anyway. I've done some arty shots of it, some cinematic shots. So can't wait to use that, obviously. We've put the sleepers in, put the soil in there, backed all that up so you can just about see them. And then obviously we've moved this shed over because we need to use this grass area as our bit of a, you know, like station for painting the backs of the tiles with the Pro Prime, which is in the bucket ready. And now yeah, all the stones set up. We've not put the manhole in yet. So basically this job, it's a bit of a tight one, so we can't get in at the back. So our mortar's coming all the way from in here, round up to the grass, and then we're going to do this bit first. Then we're going to do the path, and then we're going to start at that end and work our way out that way. Basically what I've just set up here is usually I'd start on the corner of the house, but if I start on the corner of the house, it won't match up to the path, and I want the path to be full tiles because it's less cuts. So overall, it's way less cuts with a little tiny bit of prep at the start. So as you can see, I've had my level, which is square. So that tile's now square to this path. That level, it just takes that square edge there and just extends it over. Then I put the 6 foot level over the top, and then I've got a little mark here, which is my mark of where that tile, the edge of that tile there is that mark. And then I've got my measurement, which is 3,620, which is around about here. So then we're going to put the first tile in at 3,620 and then work back that way, because then it'll work out exactly in line with the path. So yeah, bit of an extra prep. And these are the things that you can't really plan. These are the things that are on real site situations. Like, it's fine on a plan. Again, I've said it many times, when you're on SketchUp, nothing's in the way. Everything's square, everything's right. When you get to real life, things change. So yeah, we're gonna get to the time lapse. Right then, first cut ever on the new F1 Montelit. I cannot wait to use this. It's the first time, so if I just undo this tripod a little bit, do that, right, there we go. So I've set it up on this square bar, and it's a slight angle cut. So what I did was I put the blade up to it, and I just made sure that it ran all the way down nicely, and it's on a slight angle. So this is what you use to do the angled cuts, which is quite clever, because you don't have to move the whole machine. You just move this and you move the tile. So to tile square with this, that's on, it's just past 0, so it's very close to being 0. It's literally 5 mil. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and cut it and see what the cut's like. I'm unbelievably excited, honestly. I've waited a long time to have my own wet saw, and about a week to actually use it. So yeah, I'm all set up, got my microphone on. Hopefully you can see me. I'm just going to check that everything is all good. So turn it on, make sure the water comes in, and then pretty much I had a feeling that would happen, because I'm on my own. That's nothing to do with the actual saw. It's to do with the weight. The weight on this side has made the tile go that way. That's unbelievably fast. Like I say, I'm doing this in real world conditions. That's not a practice cut. That is the cut. That's unbelievably fast. And it's unbelievable. It's a great cut as well. Absolutely bang on. Let's see. 23. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Hopefully it fits. I don't know what to say, I'm speechless. If I bring the cut up closer, hopefully you can see it. I'm not sure you'll be able to see, but it's a bloody good cut. It looks like a factory edge of what comes from the factory. It's square. I mean, yeah, unbelievable bit of kit. Yeah, I've got another cut to do though around the post. I'm going to come back in 2 seconds. So, same cut, just marked up around the post. So you can see that I'm cutting out this bit. Now, when I was marking it up then, I genuinely had to see. I had to look which side I just cut, because it's on an angle. So this side is wider by 5mm, and I was literally sat there like, which side's the cut? That's how good it is. So yeah, obviously that's getting cut out. Now, this is a good test of it, because cutting a square out with a circular blade is always tricky. Guaranteed that there'll be a little bit there. It doesn't matter how much expensive a saw you've got. These cuts are always going to be hard, because you need to get in with a small grinder. So the small grinder is already out. I already knew this. We'll see how good it does it. It might do it, but I'd be shocked if it does. So yeah, I'm going to set her up. So I'm basically just going to put this back to being square. So I undo that. So that's the only thing. It's quite aggressive with water. If you've got two cuts like this, right, turn the water off. Yeah, so like I said before, this is not an issue with a wet saw. There's an issue with every saw, because every single saw is circular. You're trying to cut a square bit out of it and you can't. So you're always going to end up with, no matter how expensive a saw you've got, you're going to end up with that bit in there. And if you can see it, there's literally nothing you can do. It literally is what it is. The only way to get it out is with a small little grinder and inside the joint like this. Nice cut, as you can see. Back to the build. So I'll just show you what it looks like in. Sensational cut, sensational marking from me, obviously. But yeah, I mean, just look at it. It's just, I mean, it's yeah, absolutely stunning. The tiles are stunning, really, really nice. So I'm quite happy. I'm in this little corner, to be honest. I'm moving back into the sun now. It's a bloody hot area, this. I'm going to put one more tile in that end because obviously we need to get in and out, and then I'll restart my row. So yeah, we are slowly getting there. The first row is always the hardest because it sets all the levels for the rest of the garden. So yeah, one's in. I'm hoping that mix is all right in the sun. I've covered it up as best I can, but yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, this is quite a nice little area. This has had no sun all day, and it's very hot. I've been putting this in cold water. I think my hair is probably slightly wet. Been putting this in cold water, so it's keeping me cool. Well, that's it for today. I've done my all. I've given it all today. I've given it literally my all. Tough day without Harry. Obviously, like even with the mortar and the wet saw, like yeah, just especially with my back, because I had yesterday off and now I've had to work like a full day. It is what it is, you know. These things happen, it can't be helped. Hopefully Harry's here tomorrow, we will see. But yeah, I think progress has been pretty good. I mean, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, it's not bad. We didn't start till 12:30 anyway, so I've done quite well to get, you know, where I've got to. They look absolutely stunning now. I really do like these tiles. They look incredible. So I've packed everything away. Wet saw's away. That was a nightmare on my own. I've left some of the stuff. So yeah, this just needs a big tidy up in the morning. First thing, tidy, and then get the rest of those tiles round. That's why I stopped. I was gonna stay. I genuinely was gonna stay and do some more, but I was like, I cannot be bothered getting them round and then like laying them as well. So yeah, my back's done, I'm done, and yeah, we will see you in the morning. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a hell of a lot more filming with the wet saw because we've got so many more cuts, and just a lot more filming in general rather than just time lapses all the time. I want to, you know, build out the episodes more so you can actually see like what actually goes into it. So yeah, we'll see you in the morning. See you later. Well, hello. Unfortunately this morning, Harry is in a bad way. I spoke to him this morning. Unfortunately, he's been having hot and cold sweats all evening, all night. And yeah, he's not in a good way. And it's his birthday weekend as well, so he's not happy, as you can imagine. So that means I'm on my own. So yeah, just gonna crack on this morning. I was in a bit of a predicament this morning because I need more mortar. So I phoned Easelon and they can't deliver any. Now, I've only got 3/4 of a tub left, which is only going to get me so far today. So yeah, the battery ran out. So as I was saying, I've only got 3/4 of a tub left. Now, Easelon can't drop another one off, and I can't leave site because everything's obviously set up. We have got rain today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use that, get a delivery for tomorrow for 2 more tubs, and then yeah, we'll crack on. So today I'm going to do a bit more of a hands-on approach with the filming rather than just time lapses all the time. We're going to try and get as much of this row in as we can down to this point, There's going to be a few cuts, and yeah, we're going to use the rest of that mortar. So yeah, we will jump to some filming now. I've set up the wet saw this morning, so that's all set up now. Yesterday I had it here and it was a bit off, it was a bit on an angle, so I've propped it up on the boards this morning. I've propped that foot up because these have got adjustable feet, so at the back the feet adjust just with that little tightener there. So yeah, everything's set up now. All of these come off, so they all came off last night, and this plastic tub which the water is in, because the pump is in there, as you can see the pump, so that comes out of the bottom here, so you can pull that out. I won't now because it's absolutely rammed full of water, but yeah, that comes out nice and easy, so it's very easy to clean. And yeah, probably do a little bit, I'll show you later on, but look at the motor on the beast. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable machine. I'm so happy with it. So yeah, like I say, I propped it up on boards, and it's a little bit more level because the water's got to run back into, it's like a reusable system, so the water gets reused. So I topped it up with fresh water this morning, and the old water from yesterday, which is there, I'm going to use in the slurry primer, just so that we're not wasting water. So yeah, we'll crack on. We're about to take you on an ASMR landscaping journey, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds. Well, I hope you really like that ASMR sequence I just did. It took ages to film. But yeah, while it's raining and I've only got a little bit of mix, I've got a little bit more time to sort of do that. So yeah, I'm going to jump straight back to the time lapse now because it just takes a little while to film that kind of thing. So yeah, to the build lapse. Well, not the best weather to be laying porcelain in. The good news is though that the mix is obviously, it's around about 30 hours in at this point, 35 hours, but it's got a 48-hour retardant in it, so it actually needs wetting up anyway, just to make it a little bit more, a little bit easier to use. So not ideal. I've got one barrow left and then a tiny little bit in the tub. And then, yeah, that'll be me done for the day. Unbelievable though, the weather, it's just turned like 20 odd degrees yesterday. Like, unbelievable how different it can just change. Like, it's an absolutely shocking day. I'm already soaked and I'm in shorts because it's short season now, so it shouldn't be raining, but it is. So yeah, we're gonna crack on, finish the rest of this, and then yeah, we're gonna pack up and go home, I think. So I've probably got, I reckon I'm gonna get another row, maybe one here, possibly, we'll see. Hello, it's currently Friday on the Quartz project. Last night I got about that far. The weather was absolutely terrible, so it was just, I put the time-lapse camera away because it was just, yeah, the tripod was getting soaked, the camera was getting soaked, it just wasn't worth it. So I've been in this morning for about an hour. Well, I've been in a lot longer than that. Well, I've not been here, but I've been going picking up some stuff. So I've got a tub of concrete in the back of the van. Everything's set up out front, out back, should I say. And I have set my string lines to do this row. Now I'm going to do this row, then this row, and then this row, all the way up to about this point, see how far I get, and then tomorrow finish off this bit and that bit, and then yeah, all that's left then is grouting. So like I said, it's Friday. We were hoping to have been done by today, but we're obviously a couple of days short, with Harry missing a few days and I missed Tuesday, so we would have got it done in 5 days, but over, obviously, with the two of us not fully being here for 3 of those days, because Harry's not here today. Yeah, I'm going to work the weekend just to make sure that it's finished so that we can get back to the Red Robin and the garden room project. So, yeah, today I need to crack on. So, yeah, not as much filming and talking to the camera today, and just time lapses. So, yeah. What you'll see now is me just getting all of this in and then packing up at the end of the day. So yeah, enjoy to the build lapse. that's it for today. I'm out of mortar. Well, I'm not. I've got the stuff at the front, but I've used the stuff that I got this morning, which was only a 24-hour retardant. So yeah, I've got all that in. I've got this little section to finish, and then a little section out the front, which will be tomorrow, and then I will be finishing off Sunday just to grout up and get rid of all these clips and stuff and have a clean up outside. But yeah, I'm going to pack up now. And yeah, well, just let me tell you, this was an absolute nightmare on my own. The way that I was going to lay it back to front, so I was going to start here and work my way back and come around the front, which would have been a lot easier, but I was worrying about the joints all lining up, and I would have had to have measured it to absolute precision. So yeah, I just thought, get that in, and work the right way, but backwards in terms of how long it was going to take. So yeah, an absolute nightmare on my own, as you can imagine, because I can't get a barrow in here, so I had to get the barrow here and then shovel it down and rake it down. It was not easy at all, but we got there in the end, and now I'm at this front section. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. We've got rain in the morning, so yeah, I'm gonna go for a haircut, so we're looking all fresh towards the end of this video. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Well, we've got another beautiful day on the Quartz project. The sun is out, the rain is gone, and it's saying it's not going to rain again today, so hopefully that is the case. So yeah, today is finishing off this paving. I need to get it finished. There's no ifs, there's no... Okay, so I'm going to now show you how to mark and cut a tile that's very, very tricky to cut. Now, obviously we've got 3 posts in here, and we need to get it up against the base panels at the bottom. So quite tricky, not impossible. So what I always do is, I've already pre-done this. I've cut it to the width, so it's already at the right width. So what that allows me to do, I basically measured from this tile here to the base panel, and I always, because you need a 5mm gap, so whatever that measures, which it measures 27, you cut it at 26 because it gives you a 5mm there and a 5mm there. So whatever the measurement is, I'll always measure the full measurement and take 10mm off it. So it's nice and simple. So I'll just start. This is obviously going to be the top, so I will measure that out. Let's see what that measures. So that measures 24. So if I measure it at 23. It's the wrong way. So we want 23 and 23. Want to mark that on. Then the next measurement is from here, so probably going to be just over to 98. So if I then mark 98, 98. So I always mark 2 marks so that then it's just square. If I only did 1 mark there, I'd be sort of guessing where that mark is, even though it's only small. Okay, so then we mark that in. So that's the first cut. And what I do is, nice little X on there. So then this part now is going to be in here. So we're always now measuring and marking off this top point, because that is exactly where we've measured all that bit off. So I'm going to get the tape in up to that point, 4, 3, 5. So we want 4, 3, 5. I'll mark it a couple of times again just so I can get a nice square edge on it. So I'll just mark that. Again, I've just done the line too big. Doesn't matter about that. I always just overdraw it because it just gives you a little bit more room to play with. And then that should still be 26, which it is. So it's this measurement now. I'm going to get that. So measures 22, 22, so 21. 21, 21. And then I'll mark that down. Okay, so now I need the measurement all the way from this point. So 5, 4, 6. 5, 4, 6. So 5, 3, 6. Okay. I'll measure 5, 3, 6 twice. Again for a square line. 5, 3, 6. 5, 3, 6. Then I'll measure it on there. Okay, so X, 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 X. And now we need this little point on. So that's going to be measure to here. I hope I'm explaining this right because I'm trying to do it as I'm explaining. So 51, that'll be the same as that tile. 51. And then I cut it at 4. 40 mil. Need another 51 mark. It's quite a. You don't get many cuts like this on jobs. Usually, you get like 1 or 2. That's about it. 1 or 2 on a job like this. So that is the cut. Right, so there's the cut from the top. That's how it's going to look. And what I've noticed with this wet saw is that it's unbelievably powerful and the water's very, very powerful. And what happens is, if I cut that now or cut any of these, it's going to wash all that away, so we don't want that. So I've got the small grinder out anyway to do these small little cuts with. So I'm going to run the grinder along these lines, and then that's just going to set the marks, so then I can follow those marks with the wet saw, because then they're already going to be cut, and then it doesn't matter about the pencil line. So that's what I'm going to do. Not deep, just enough to be able to see where we're at. So right, so now that's all in. All we've got to do is line the wet saw up into these marks and cut them. I've already explained earlier on in the episode these bits always stay on because the grinder is a circular cut, it's a circular blade, it's a circular cut. So we're cutting out a square piece. There's no way of being able to cut those bits out. The only way is to cut on the back edge. So I'm going to come through, hopefully I can try and show you. I'm going to come into the back, I'm going to come under that cut. I can see my blade. Let me try and get a better angle of that, because once you see me do it, you'll understand. Okay. Screen back on. Yeah, so I'm going to come underneath like that, and then I'm going to bring the blade up. So the back edge of that blade here is going to be underneath the top of that cut. So exactly like this. I'm going to go under, there you go. Again, I'm going to go under this cut, and you'll see the blade come through at that point now. There you go. And then that's just off that. So we'll go in from this side. You'll see the top end of this blade come underneath and over the back. So there you go, underneath and on the back. So if it's wrong, you'll see it. I'm not going to cut it out, because what's the point of that? Let's see if it works. So you've literally seen no cut, straight in. You'll see. Always put this in dry, okay? What I mean by dry is no prime. If this doesn't fit, I can change it. And if it's primed, I do not want to put that primer on any cutting station, never mind the wet saw, but you don't want it, like back when you're cutting with the grinders, you don't want primer everywhere. It's just 100 times easier to do it without, okay? Take a nick off this point here, so the knocking will shift it over slightly, and a touch on the top. So again, that's the reason why we do it without the primer. It's because of things like that. So yeah, a nick off that, which is fine. Get it back on the saw. Live, so to spin it round. So we're going in live again. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, it's what we do. The bed's a touch big though, the concrete bed, so I'll whip that out. Put that there. So primer, I'll bring it back, I'll carry it. There you go. I can't get on the back, it's off. So just on this side. It's not an issue. Stuff like that, always necessary to have spaces in, because you've got gaps all the way around anyway. Get the primer on. That way, you're in the way there. No, it's not here. Give it a key. There you go. Right, so I'm going to show you exactly how we cut around a recessed manhole cover. Now, this is a recessed manhole cover, and what it effectively does is goes over your drain. So the drain is under here, the shit drain, which stinks. So I've already put the recessed manhole cover on top of concrete. So the idea is you've got these little screws, you undo them. I mean, this will only ever get done by, you know, a drain expert. So then you pull these bits up, and there's little handles. Get rid of them. The little handles, and then you basically just pull that out, so you can see the concrete underneath. You all right?
Yeah, it took us longer than... I will make you coffee now in a second.
Yeah. I'm just filming this. It's all right. It's fine. I'm just explaining what this does.
Also, like, did they disturb?
It's all right. I'll carry on.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll just cut it out. Yeah. So yeah, the little handles, they come out, and then you lift it up. You can see the concrete underneath, and the manhole is in there. And the paving, the porcelain gets cut into this section. So effectively, the only thing that you're going to see is the tray, you know, the outside of the tray and the handles. So that all gets screwed in again. It's quite a good system really, because it just allows you to not have a drain. There's nothing you can do about still being able to see the black, but it's way better than seeing the plastic covers or the steel covers that you get normally. So they're quite a good use of steel. So they just get screwed in. Like I say, customer's never going to go in here, and it just allows us to be able to go over it but still put porcelain in. And yeah, I mean, it just looks so much better. So I'm going to now get this cut over this. So my first measurement is going to be, I'm going to just measure from here to the fence, and I'm going to bring it over here, and then I'm going to mark it up over the top of what's here now. So yeah, we'll cut to that. Right, just been brought out a sandwich and a coffee, so I'm gonna stop this video and I'll come back to this in a minute. In fact, while I'm here, I'll mark that little bit, and then I'm gonna go and eat this, because yeah, fantastic customers yet again, and they're looking after me on this rainy Saturday. So yeah, and they didn't want to disturb my video. I think they were watching while I was doing it, so yeah, you'll see this anyway. Hi guys, it's Alex on the voiceover. As you can see, I'm absolutely covered head to toe in dust in this video, and it's very late. It was about 7:15 or 7:15 on a Saturday, and yeah, I'd absolutely just worked my ass off, to be honest. And unfortunately, being so tired, I forgot to put the mics on. So yeah, here I am doing a voiceover. So I'm hoping you've got this far in the video. I'm hoping you're enjoying it, and yeah, enjoy the rest of it. It looks absolutely stunning when we finished it. The drone shots and the shots at the end are absolutely incredible. So stay to the end and make sure you check it out. So thank you. Just want to show you how we get these clips out so we don't unscrew them. Basically what we do is we get a hammer, and and we just knock them like that, and it snaps off inside. That plastic bit obviously stays in, that bit's, and then you unscrew that, and you keep the purple bit, and you get rid of the yellow bit. That's unfortunately waste. So yeah, you just literally straight off in the direction of the joint. So that one that way, and that one that way. And that's it. Well, good morning. It's the final day on the Quartz project, and finally the sun's come back out. It's absolutely beautiful day it is. And yeah, I'm excited to finish off. So I'll explain what happened last night, or yesterday. We got absolutely soaked cleaning everywhere up. I cleaned out the front and the back, and yeah, I just got absolutely soaked. It was hailstone, it was awful. So didn't grout up yesterday, so I'm back this morning and I'm going to grout up. So everywhere's cleaned off. The dog's been on it this morning though and put some footprints on it, so I'm going to have to just give it a little bit of a clean again. So I'll be doing that. It's all jet washed and cleaned down this end as well, and I've put the gravel strip in, which is where all the water's going to go. Chose a nice neutral colour, which is going to look absolutely stunning with all of the browns and the tiles, which are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, pretty much we're very close. I'm going to grout up. I'm going to show you how we grout a porcelain patio and what stuff that we use. And yeah, I have fixed the gate this morning, so you can see that. This has had to move up, as you can see. There's nothing I can really do with that, but I've moved that up so the gate is back, because the gate has had to go higher because of the porcelain was just slightly higher, hence why I've put that on there, so that's not a trip hazard now. I've put a mitre on that edge, so yeah, no one's going to trip up on that. So yeah, that looks absolutely stunning. Right then, so it's time to grout, and we've chose a neutral or a buff colour, and it's like a sand mixed with resin, and it's cementous. So basically this goes into the joint like this. I will show you better. I'm just going to put it in there for now, and that's what it looks like. So it's like kind of a rough texture, and it's got resin mixed into it. So you mix it with water and you make sure that the full area is sopping wet, like really soaking wet. I'm going to pour this out now over in this area, and then I'm going to soak it up with the hose, and then you'll see my squeegee over here. The squeegee is going to help me get it into the bits that are in the middle. You're going to have to trowel it in on the edges and on this manhole cover. So I'm going to start over here. I'm going to show you me getting it into the manhole and around, and showing you what it looks like, getting it brushed off with the soft brush. But yeah, it's really strong stuff. It's the Pro Joint Rapid Flow Neutral, and it's absolutely bomb-proof, this stuff. It's non-porous, so once it's set, it doesn't let any water through the joint and underneath the porcelain, because the porcelain's non-porous, so we don't want any water going underneath and causing any issues. So hence why the porcelain is all laid on a 1 in 60 fall. So it falls that way into the turf, it comes all the way down. It's more than a 1 in 60 fall here because the garden slopes more than that. And then how I've basically done it is it's coming down this way, so the porcelain's going that way, this way and down, so that all the water, if it doesn't go into there, will go out and out of the garden. So yeah, it's all laid very specifically for the water, because so the water disperses, because we don't want any water on the surface. So yeah, that's the stuff. It's amazing stuff, and it's really easy to put in. I really like it. The wetter the better for this. And literally, you just trowel it in. Creates like a suction to be able to bring the excess away. Just bring the squeegee over like that, and it just comes off. And that's it. So as you'll see now, all these joints are filled, and it looks absolutely stunning. So we just need to clean up this bit. Get in here, clean that, clean up that. Just looks absolutely stunning. Finishes it off so nice. Just trowel that bit in. Just get it smooth like the rest. And these small brushes just make light work of it. Once it's touching that back bit, brush that off. That's it. Look how stunning that looks. So you don't want it in between. So that, once that's set, that will be able to be lifted out and it'll look absolutely stunning. So yeah, that's basically it. And I just want to show you in a little bit better detail on this edge now, where the sun is. Exactly what we're doing. So we'll try and zoom in a little bit. Get some more. And it's soaking wet again. Get it absolutely soaked. Get it in. Back and forth, see all that water? That's what helps it go into the joints. So we're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, that is it. We are done. The quartz project is complete. I'm so happy with the weather. I'm so happy with how this job's turned out, as I always am with completing a job. And it's nice to be able to come in and you know get one finished. The first job of 2026 that we've completed, because the Red Robin has been such a big job, such a long job, that we've not quite managed to complete it yet. So yeah, I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. The customers have been absolutely brilliant. They will be watching this, so hello. Yeah, I'm just unbelievably happy. The colour of this porcelain is absolutely stunning. You can see the joints. Joints are all full. Just looks absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm going to sign off now with the customers. Well, that gravel as well looks absolutely stunning. Really beautiful gravel, really beautiful. The time lapse as well, I forgot to put it back on, so sorry about that. But yeah, that's it. The next video will be the garden room project and finishing off the Red Robin project. So that's all to come after this video. And yeah, so what's going to end this video, I need to get my words out properly, what's going to end this video is the finale photos, the drone shots. So yeah, enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. This has been the Quartz project. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.